Hello, third grade. Welcome to day number 2 of your boot camp. For day number 2, you have already finished your drawing portion of the boot camp, and now we are ready to paint. Remember, we are creating a monochromatic painting, and you will only receive, as the name suggests, one color. You will also receive white and black, so think to yourself what color you might like to use. You'll also get a big cup of water, a placemat, a paintbrush, and a paper towel, just in case you need it. Might I suggest that you get a brush that's either medium, small, but don't go above a large. For the first step of your painting, you're going to want to first lay down just the color of the paint that you had squirted out in your palette. Decide to yourself in the middle whether you want it to be white or black. I guess for me, I'm going to make it black in the middle today. So I'm going to get my brush a little bit wet, pick up some black, and I'm just going to paint the inside shape black first. In the middle, you're going to want to use your color. So for me, I'm going to find the middle stripe and I'm going to paint it green. On the outside, I'm going to paint just white. That way it can transition between shades to my color to tints. In just a second, you'll see that done. Alrighty, so I have finished my first step in my painting. Solid colors, black in the middle, black in the center, green in the middle, and white on the outside. The white's kind of hard to see, but I did choose about 2 in between. So I started up here with the white. If I counted 2 more, the white would go there. I'm going to leave this one blank. I'm going to show you why in just a second. So next comes time to mix your tints. Tint is when you mix your color into white. So this will be a very light green, what I'm about to make. Anytime you mix colors, when it comes to shades or tints, make sure you're always mixing your darker color into your lighter color. So I'm going to take a scoop of green. I'm going to put it right into my white, mix it up. I'm going to try to blend this together until it is one consistent color, meaning it's the same all around. So I'm going to kind of squeeze my brush up on the edges, get the extra little green out. And there we go. I'm going to paint that right next to my area of white, so like right here. And since I have a little extra spot here, I'll also put it on the outside of this one, like it's going to repeat back the other direction. That'll go right here. This one will go down here. Okay? So in just a second, you're going to see this finished up. Okay, finished my first set of tints. I'm going to mix my darker set of tints next. And for that, I'm just going to scoop up a little bit more green, stick it into my remaining white mixture, and that can be even darker. I might even mix just a little bit more green into that. And then I'm going to paint this slightly darker green tint next to my light green tint. So it's going to be sandwiched in between my regular and my light. Once I finish mixing this up, I'll paint it in this area, and in just a second, you'll see that finished. Okay, here we are. So all of my tints have been mixed and painted on. Now it's time to fill in the 2 blocks in the middle for my tones, my shades. And when I'm doing that, I'm going to be mixing in black into my green. Now, black is a very strong color, so you don't have to do very much of it. Just a little dollop of black into your green. We're going to mix that up, and then we're going to paint that right next to our green. Just a regular green, because that'll be our lightest shade. So I'm going to rinse my brush out very well. Even test it on a paper towel to make sure there's no paint left. Just a little black. Not much at all. I'm going to mix that into my green, and you can see it gets dark very quickly. You can always add more black, but try not to waste green. So I'm going to try to blend that together as best I can, get it nice and dark, and then I'm going to paint that in this area right here. In just a second, you'll see that done. Alrighty, here we are. The last one where we're going to fill in is here, and this will be your darkest green. So I'm just going to scoop up another little tiny bit of black, mix that into my remaining green, and you can see that this is going to be very dark. Not totally black, but it's almost to the edge of black. Just a very, very, very dark green. Once I get this all mixed up, I'm going to take that color, put it right here in this area. In just a second, you'll see that done. Okay, so that is all finished. The last little thing that I'm going to do, I just noticed this, that my center isn't too dark. Some spots are lighter than others, so I'm just going to spend a little time touching this up while I'm talking to you. So, we have finished your painting. By now, hopefully your name's on your paper. That should have been the first thing you did. But Now that I'm finished, this belongs on the drying rack, and I am completely done with my boot camp. I will clean your pallets. All you have to do is just place them in the sink. Your brushes, you can leave those in your water. I will also wash them out. And if you have any paper towels that happen to be wet or dirty, you can throw them away. That is our final step for the boot camp. I hope you enjoyed it.